What's going on, guys? Suresh here, 221B Tactical, and doing a follow-up video about the Somaderm. I've gotten flooded with emails and messages on social media about this Somaderm gel. I talked about, mentioned it a couple times on social media, talking about it here on YouTube, going through some of the products I use that you've seen the videos that I'm now sharing with you guys that I've been using now for years, products I've learned that work, that I trust, that I've used now to take care of my body and take care of my health, sharing that with all you first responders, our followers out there, that it's important to take care of your body, take care of your health, both your physical health, your mental health. And a lot of questions. One of the questions we had about this that I told some of the people that had emailed in, I'm going to do a video on, and that is the 30X solution or dilution of the somatropin in this. Now, a lot of people had said, hey, look that up, and that's like a microscopic amount of HGH. Yes, that is correct. When you get HGH injections through the needle via prescription at the doctor, that is going into your system, and your body is utilizing that HGH to have those positive effects. Obviously, there's a high cost to that, anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 a month plus. You need a prescription. This is over the counter. This is no prescription. That's what I liked about it. No funny business or anything like that. And what this is, the 30X solution, yes, it is a microdose. And I did all the research on this, probably, of course, before I even ever put it on my skin. So the microdose is meant to not be what your body uses. It is meant to be what triggers your body to generate more of its own HGH. So I said this in the other video, if you want to watch it, but the premise of the microdose is to essentially kickstart your body into making its own HGH, and your body then uses that HGH for all the benefits and for you to realize those changes. I likened it to, back in the day, cars had carburetors, and sometimes the car wouldn't start, so you had to open the hood, you had to undo this little butterfly washer nut thing and spray some ether, or they called it starter fluid, and you'd have to spray that into the carburetor, and that little spritz would kickstart the car to start, and now the car would be producing its own horsepower. The oil would be flowing, and it'd be using its own fuel from the fuel tank to run. But it just needed this little tiny bit of outside source for it to then run on its own. That's what this little 30X dilution is doing. So when people are like, 30X, that's like this big. You're right, it is this big. But that's all your body needs to get when you rub this in transdermally. It goes in and it triggers your pituitary gland to say, oh, time to now make some of this HGH that I stopped making back when I was in my 20s. I'm going to start making it again. So it's just that trigger mechanism. So when I did the research and I said, wait a second, I can go pay a couple grand a month, go get a prescription through a doctor somehow, through some secret squirrel method, and get this whatever I use of HGH injected directly, and that's like this much HGH. And now you're telling me that this stuff has this much HGH in it. It's night and day. Very, very different. When you go to get the prescription through the doctor, paying thousands of dollars a month, you're getting what's in the needle. What's in the needle is what your body's using. The downside of that is your body becomes accustomed to using what is only coming in via the needle and stops producing its own, because the pituitary gland says, well, I don't need to do this work to produce any HGH. I'm getting it. So it automatically has that almost shut-off signal to say, I don't need to produce. Well, what it's getting is straight from the needle, and you don't want that. What this does is get your body to produce its own HGH. You don't have to rely on what's in the needle. It kickstarts your own body's production, and I like that. Obviously, that's the basis of homeopathy, and this is a homeopathic product, and I like that a lot better. I got to tell you, I looked into it, and I saw the differences of what you get with the needle through the prescription through a doctor and what you get rubbing this in onto your skin, and I like the homeopathic version better because it doesn't have all the side effects that could potentially come with getting those expensive injections every month via a physician. I looked at the side effects, I read about the side effects, and it was not something that I felt was worth doing. This homeopathic, rub it into your skin once in the morning, once in the evening, Monday through Friday. That's it. I talked in the other video all the benefits I had, but I wanted to speak to that, and a lot of people were asking about that 30X dilution. I hope that helps explain it. I hope that gives you a little bit of clearer understanding of what that 30X, and when you look at almost anything homeopathic, it's going to be a 30X dilution. That's because it is just enough to trigger your body to start kick-starting and making its own. So you don't need what's coming in via the needle. Your body's now making it on its own, and you're not shutting off and shutting down your body's production. You're ramping up your body's production of HGH, if you would, on its own naturally, rather than getting it through an injection and your body's natural HGH production being shut down or being slowed down in any way, shape, or form. So, hope that helps. All you people who had asked about the 30X dilution, hope that clears it up for you. If you have any questions, comment below, or you could email me directly, and you could either email sales@221btactical.com, you could email me directly, it gets to me, and I can answer some of the questions. I've researched this to the hilt. As you guys can probably tell, you guys know I have the biochemistry background, and I am neurotic about anything I am putting into my body. In any way, shape, or form. Anything you rub onto your skin, it's going into your bloodstream, so it's putting into your body. So when you look at deodorants, lotions, all that stuff, guys, be mindful. All that stuff, you don't need to ingest it. Anything you're putting on your skin is getting into your bloodstream, going into your body. You guys know the dangers of fentanyl out there, the police officers out there. Why you got to make sure you have the proper protective gear, because you come across that fentanyl, it goes into right through your skin, transdermal, and it is going to mess you up. That's how this works. It works transdermal. So, and most of you guys know HGH. Anything HGH that you ingest, it completely gets broken down in your digestive tract. So if you see anything for HGH pills, a lot of people asked about that. You guys saw this. You guys sent me screenshots of HGH pills that you saw. They're like, hey, how about these pills? Have you seen these? Have you heard of these? I saw them all. I researched them all. And then I saw all the research that said when you ingest HGH into your digestive tract, it's protein, it gets completely broken down. So any HGH product that's out there that claims is oral, unfortunately, science has proven that it's a complete waste of time. So for those who had asked about that, just to give you a heads up on that. I'm going to do a separate video on that too, because I'm getting so much response about this. And I know it's a little bit complicated. It's a little bit more of it's outside the source of pre-workouts and post-workouts and proteins. But as you guys keep sending in the questions, I'll keep answering them the best I can, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Stay tuned for more videos, as always. And for those of you who are on the job, remember, stay safe, watch your six, and always watch their hands. Hands are what kill. We'll see you next time.